No, so the thing is, I actually sprained both my wrists. I'm super masculine. I'm super, like, huge. My shoulders are too wide. I broke, like, 3 suit buttons. It's getting a little bit embarrassing. Every time I flex, I mean, I don't know about if that's embarrassing. I think that's cool, if anything. I have an infamous relationship with, with those, you know, those, like, punching machines that you find in, like, arcades? You punch them, you get a score from, like, 0 to 1,000. I don't think I've ever hit a number lower than 900 because I'm just so amazing. Or 800 if I'm being realistic. I don't like hyperbole. I don't think I've hit a number under 800 because I'm just so masculine. And I know force equals mass times acceleration. I'm incredibly fat and heavy. So basically all my punches carry the weight of freight trucks behind them. So every time I punch, boom, absolute body shots. If I hit you in the liver, you're straight to hell. You are gone. And that kind of shows in my punching bag ability. Whenever I go to arcades or any like place that has that specific punching machine, I always have to do it. I always have to do it. I go to arcades, I do it, and I never sprain my wrist.
Drop in a smoke.
Enemy spotted C.
One enemy remaining.
Okay, quick break. Oh shit, we him?
Yeah.
Dude, I'm sorry, it's just every bullet I fire, it just gravitates to it.
You didn't have faith in him.
I just got the kill. One game.
I don't know why that is. I have terrible punching form. I don't think I've ever done anything. I did karate when I was like 5, and I absolutely got dogged on by 8th graders. So I didn't think it was very fair. I didn't think it was very balanced. I learned how to stand though. So I mean, go figure. I didn't really have the best punching form. And whenever I hit those bags, I was like, oh, I could be doing it better. And I started studying. I did a little bit of studying on how to punch better. I don't know if it was right. I think it was definitely wrong.
I'm watching
No,
Flank,
it's
don't worry.
Wait, wait, don't kill that neon.
Got here.
And by the way, this studying wasn't actually like studying, like going online looking at peer-reviewed research. I just thought about it really hard, and I was like, yeah, that constitutes enough research. But eventually what happened was I realized that a lot of the punch came from me rotating. So
You guys
I
having
had
a
the
good
power of
day?
golden spin behind my punches. So if I wanted to spin more, I had to rotate my wrist.
Oh no,
And I had
I'm
to
in
go at it
India.
not from like a straight punch, but from like a mega hook.
Pretty
And
good.
if you know boxing, you know that it is terrible for 2 reasons. I don't know those 2 reasons. I only know one of them, and is that
Wait,
I
so
sprained my
KO's
wrist
at
when
80.
when that happened. That's getting kind of size. But what happened was I went to Anime Expo. I've already told this before. I went to Anime Expo. Boo friggity who. I was Chainsaw Man. Hey, have you guys ever had like Triscuit flavored froyo?
Clutch for $100 bucks.
Shut up! I'm talking about my froyo story. Okay, so when
Yeah, you get froyo and then?
yeah, so whenever I ask for my broccolini treats, they always give me Triscuit. It's a surprise, but it's never a surprise that they give me Triscuit because they always give me Triscuit, and the froyo guy keeps looking at me with like this like weird grin. Like, he knows that.
Yo, can you shut up?
Boy, you weren't gonna win that.
That's a good spot.
So I'm assuming you never had the Triscuit surprise. And at Anime Expo, they have like a bunch of these booths for a bunch of different animes. Because ultimately, Anime Expo isn't really about celebrating anime culture. It's just one big commercial for every single upcoming anime or past anime, so that they can make even more money from them. But they got a lot of free stuff. I got a free Honkai Star Rail bag because I tweeted a picture of them. So, you take what you can get. And, there's a bunch of fun booths. There's a Gachiakura booth. There was a book booth. I bought a bunch of books. Let's see, what else? There's a Squid Games. I don't know why there were Squid Games, but... And then there was also a One Punch Man booth. Now, the thing is, all these booths were pretty interactive. And, for One Punch Man, there is the certain thing of how do you get an interactive One Punch Man booth. And I feel like it's pretty obvious with the name, the title, punch, you get a punching machine. And if you punched above a certain number, they gave you like a card that said, hey, you punched really well, here's your hero license, go beat up bad guys. If you got above 900, you got a One Punch Man bag. And I really wanted it. I wanted it so bad. So I was doing whatever it took to get that bag. The line was super short, so I had as many tries as I wanted. I get up there, and since I'm in the Chainsaw Man cosplay, I have to like physically take off the chainsaws off of my hands every single time I wanted to make an attempt. I didn't take off the helmet. I just felt cool in the helmet. I kept the helmet on, and I threw like the solid punch, 850. I was like, it's okay, but I could do better. And one of the things I realized is, the like big, huge like chainsaw thingy on the top was actually acting like a, I don't know what it was called. It was not aerodynamic. It was anything but aerodynamic. Every time I tried to turn, the chainsaw blade would like drag me down like a airplane wing. So I couldn't really swing on the machine with it on. So what ended up happening, I just took off the helmet, took off everything. I was just a dude in a suit. I looked dumb as hell because I also dyed my hair. But the thing is, I totally got it wrong because I thought Denji had orange hair. And
Let's push A.
when I bleach my hair, I have pitch black hair. Whenever I bleach my hair, I put it in for the longest amount of time possible, and then I added an extra 10 minutes. The box said 60 minutes, I put it in for 70 minutes. It came out, I thought it was going to be like platinum blonde. I was going to look cool as hell. It was orange. I had orange hair, and I had no idea why. I had, for like the longest time, I had orange hair. Or was it blonde? I don't actually remember. It was one of the two. I don't actually remember what color his hair is. It's like blonde, orangish. I don't know. Point being, my hair was not the right color. So I looked really stupid just swinging with orange hair and a suit and tie. I didn't even know who it looked like. I don't even have the Denji hair. I don't even know what to call my hairstyle. I'll send a picture, but it definitely does not look like Denji's hair. So I'm just there. I'm taking swings every time. I keep rotating out of the line. There's like a tiny line where people try their luck. At this point, I came there with people, my brother and my cousin, but they were at a different thing. I don't know what they were at. So I was all alone. I was all alone by myself, taking swings at a punching bag. So very cool. But I really wanted that bag, so I just took as many turns as I could to swing that bag.
Yeah, this is what I'm gonna do, because I'm having enough of this, alright? I'm gonna fucking run it down. You guys can follow me, you guys can lurk, bait me, do whatever you want. I'm pushing A main, A short every round.
And eventually I had this one punch. It felt like my inner ki had awakened. And I swung at that bag with the force of a million suns, and I don't know, it felt like Nirvana. It felt like... Actually, I'm thinking back on it. This is exactly how a black flash feels. So, I don't know. It's me, Yuji Itadori. I hit it. It felt amazing. As soon as the number reached like 907, I was in Nirvana. That was amazing. Like a couple guys before that, absolute nut blaster of black flash. The like 3 guys in front of me, they actually punched and they got a bag, and I was like, okay. I mean, by logical proxy, they still have more bags. I came up there and I'm like, oh hey, no, we ran out of bags. That was the last one actually. So I got a stupid card. I'm so pissed about it. But yeah, oh well, I didn't get the bag, but it was okay. I punched the 900, and my brother, he went back the next day. I punched way above him. He got like an 807. That was me. Yeah. One tiny caveat. So the thing about hitting that 907 was that I got such an adrenaline rush. And when you get adrenaline, it has this like weird effect where you don't feel any pain. And that's a little bit of foreshadowing. Yeah, later down the line, we went with my brother to another thing. He had a bunch of bags from one of the stalls that he went to, so he asked me to hold some of the bags. I was like, sure, I can do that. I'm a big strong man. I punched 907 like just an hour ago with my right hand, which was starting to feel a little bit tingly. So I grabbed the bag that he gave me and immediately dropped it, dust on the floor. His Honkai Star Rail bag was like, it looked so sad there, lying there on the floor. I had no idea why. I was like, and my brother was like, dude, why'd you drop my stuff? What the hell? I was like, I don't know. I grabbed it, and then like it wouldn't let me grab it. I'm like, that's stupid. So I went up to pick it again, and when I tried to pick it up, I tried to close my hand, and I was like, I physically cannot close my hand. I was like, huh, that's weird. I don't know why that happens. So I just, slung it around my wrist. I was like, okay, let's go. And I picked it up, and then it was like a searing pain. They stuck a hot iron down my my forearm, and it hurt even more. I was like, oh, god damn it. What did I do? So I thought back, I was like, oh, what did I do? What did I do? Okay, I went from here to the theater. Before that, I was at the One Punch Man booth. I punched the thing, and it felt really great. Okay, couldn't be that. I went to the Gachiakata booth. I stuck my hand in there, and maybe I got hit with like a cocaine needle or something. I didn't do anything that would result in me getting my wrist feeling weird. So I was like, okay, maybe it's just a one-off thing. I'll just put it on my left hand. We'll keep going. And then as we keep going to the next expo thingy, I forgot what they're called. As soon as we're going back to the next expo thingy, I get like a sharp pain in my wrist. I was like, oh damn, I got stung by a bug or something. So I slapped it, and it hurt even more. Obviously, I have like the generational IQ of a tadpole. In that instance, I think every single drop of adrenaline had drained out of my system. Oh my god, it was like searing pain all throughout my wrist, the right side of my forearm. I looked it up. I forgot. Oh, okay, but if you pointed your palm to your face, the left side of my forearm was like in searing pain. I was like, ah, god damn it, I think I sprained my wrist. And I am looking back, and I'm thinking, you freaking dumb doodle, you idiot poop head, you punched a punching bag with terrible form, and you hurt your wrist. And I felt like, looking back on it, it was super obvious, but in the moment, I had no idea. I was oblivious. I had fog in the brain. I had poop in my butthole, pee in my nuts. I just couldn't comprehend a thing at the moment because I was so busy waiting to get to the Chainsaw Man conference. I like Chainsaw Man, if you didn't notice. So as we were going home, I think I asked my parents, like, hey, my wrist kind of hurts. You guys know what could have caused it? And like, yeah, I don't know. Did you like do any strenuous exercises? Like, no. The only strenuous exercise I did was like punching a punching bag, but that was it. And they looked at me with like the stare you would give a 5-year-old child who had just dipped their fingers in the porta potty. And they're like, dude, you sprained your wrist because you punched it badly. I had to contemplate my life for a bit because I don't know how I didn't understand that was the cause of the wrist like sprain. That's how I sprained my wrist. But I did mention earlier I sprained both my wrists. So how did that happen? So this is the day directly after I sprained my wrist. And before I said that I was alone and I wanted to show my brother the booth. Now obviously, because you know we're brothers, I want to show that I'm in a form better than him because he refuses to see that I am the superior sibling. So I take him to the punching booth. He goes up there, he punches an 807, I told you this earlier. Don't mind me. Second squeaker coming out. But, you know, he punched an 807, which is solid. Not a lot of people got up to 807. There were a bunch of, like, shrimp little kids that got 600 once he punched an 807. They're like, dude, that was so cool. Something about that got me thinking, I can't let him one-up me. But the thing is, I sprained my wrist. I can't punch with my right hand. And then it dawns on me. Genius level revelation. I look at my left hand. Wait a minute. I can punch with my left hand. I'm a genius. So I go over to the punching bag with the biggest grin on my face. I take off the helmet, I take off the chainsaws. I wind up Popeye, windmill my left hand, wait for the punch. Shebang, I hit a 703. Oh my god. It was so embarrassing. I was like, you thought that was good? Watch this. And I hit the fucking floater and it was, oh my god. It was just absolutely deplorable. My brother had to say, wait, no. Hey, ref, can we get another one? So they let me hit again because they're like, oh, okay, you didn't get an 800, so you didn't get a card. I was like, okay, I'm not gonna let you down again. And then round 2, wind up, shkaboom, and it was a clean hit. It wasn't exactly a black flash. Maybe it was like a gray blip. And I hit an 850, which is still better than my brother, so I can tell him to suck it. It felt kind of similar to what it did in my last right-hand punch, where everything felt really great. And that's it. Because again, I scored higher than my brother. Adrenaline is starting to pump in again. I think you know where this is going. Later, we're at dinner. I try to pick up my fork and my knife. I pick up the knife, my right hand throbs. I pick up my fork, my left hand throbs. I'm like, oh god damn it, I know where this is going. So I tenderly pinch my left arm, and in the same place that my right arm was sprained, my left arm had also been sprained. God damn it. I was stupid enough to go back to the exact same place, do the exact same sprain on the exact same place on my arms. And I feel like at a certain point you would understand that maybe, just maybe, you gotta stop doing that. But here's the thing. There was one more booth. There was one more booth that also had the punching machine. And on day 3, this was like a Sunday, I was like, oh, maybe I can punch it one more time. My left hand's feeling a little bit better. Spoiler, no, it was not better. So I go up to this thing, and I was like, okay, let me see if I can get an 800 on this one too. I cock it back. I smash the punching bag. I got like an 833, something like that. And I was like, not as good as last time. But this time, there was no adrenaline. This was low stakes. So immediately after I punched that bag, it was like sticking a hot cast iron skillet directly in my forearm. It was agony. But I'm real stupid. I sprained both my wrists. Yeah, that was fun, wasn't it? A little, yeah. Woo. You like that? No, I didn't end up getting any medical treatment. I didn't go to like a doctor's. So I've just been toughing out the sprain ever since Anime Expo. And the thing is, it hasn't been a way if I'm like on bench press or if I'm doing curls, like specifically wrist curls. It hurts like hell. I have to do a lower weight rep on the right side of my hand for curls. On bench, I'm a demon. I benched 95 the other day, and that wasn't for reps. That was my PR. So that's cool. No, I'm really strong in IRL. So yeah, there's long-lasting effects to being a total dumbass. Moral of the story: don't let me near punching bags because I'm going to cause hell to myself specifically. Actually, that would be really funny. Maybe you should let me around punching bags. Also, I don't know why my game does this. POV, you're my Walmart cashier after you ask if I want cash or card. Okay, bye-bye. Bye. I love you. I love you. Mwah.